very veteran players as well. We're looking at Pixie and thinking this could be potentially a good duo partner for me, an up-and-coming player, picked up now, of course, by Janus. Uncontested red line rig. Interested to see what they can do. I think this is another team where, yes, it says they're uncontested. If you're one of those teams, Kazi and Aspect, for example, maybe they might look to land on them. But the experience of Janus and, of course, Pixie being such an important player within this duo, they performed very, very well in Major number 3 where they got 8. So I'm interested to see what they can bring here.
You bring up the fact that, like, you know, they kind of look out and go, hey, this is an opportunity. But that was kind of what this year of Fortnite was, right? Yeah. So much of the landscape changed after Global Championships last year, right? It was kind of like, yeah, we're kind of going back to LAN, we're kind of doing things, but once we got there, it was like, okay, this is different, right? Like, now that we're here, next year has to be different. And so many of these duos just look, I should pick up this duo. Like, it's been a crazy year.
I mean, I always say that there is only one thing you can predict in Fortnite, is that it is unpredictable, regardless of if that's the map changing, the meta changing, duos literally changing between qualifiers and semifinals. We really don't know what's going to happen until the games start.
And what I love about these global events is no matter what happened in all the majors, you know, as you mentioned, different metas, different teammates potentially, it all doesn't really matter because this is right where it all goes down. These next 12 games are going to be absolutely electric, and I can't wait to get into it.
That's right. We've got another duo here to talk about Epic Whale and Muzz. I mean, you kind of highlighted them at the start of the show there, Muzz being one of the first duos to kind of win in multiple regions, and Epic Whale, I mean, when we had NA West, when it was NA West and NA East, he just couldn't stop winning. He didn't know how to, like, stop winning.
Yeah, it's funny because I was literally just talking about how duos will split up between qualifiers and semifinals, and I literally was referencing Muzz and Epic Whale right there. They actually had different duos getting into the qualifiers, and then once we hit the semifinals, because both of them did qualify, they were able to switch duos because there was a little caveat in the rules there, and obviously it worked out well in their favor, finally punching their ticket into the Global Championships. And beyond Epic Whale being, you know, the 5X, however many X's he has in his name, regardless of the back-to-back-to-back, regardless of the Gamers 8, looking back all the way to the World Cup where he got 3rd place, he has been doing it for so long. And then of course Muzz, the powerhouse from OCE, now representing North America. This is definitely a duo to look out for.
I love watching Muzz play. He's such an impressive player to watch. Some of the things that he can do, the mechanical ability of Muzz is second to none. And I was speaking to him the other day in the hotel. I was saying, you know, you feeling confident? How's things with Epic Whale? He said, yeah, I'm absolutely confident in Epic Whale. It's all about me. Can I make sure that I'm going to play my best game? He's a little bit nervous that he might get awareness checked, but he said if I don't get awareness checked, if I'm playing my game to the level I know I can play it at, I think he's feeling like he's going to be successful, and there's no reason why not.
I love that. Self-reflection, though. A lot of the times, these players will kind of look to outside sources as to what's going wrong. Oh, well, it was this duo that focused us. Oh, it was Greece over here. But players that can look inwardly and understand where they could have gone better, not necessarily what went wrong, but what they could have done differently, that's what makes or breaks these champions. Yeah, that's a mark of maturity, right? For someone like Muzz, again, like you said, to win multiple times, that's how he got that far, right? To be able to stop and go, okay, now what could have I done better? Because it's very easy to point fingers and go, yeah, well, my duo or this thing or this pod or the POY or this thing got removed or whatever. But to stop and go, no, what can I do to really minimize that, like, almost RNG we experience? Yeah, and there is definitely a level of RNG. Obviously, the most notorious is